they did announce that they're working on the next generation of Sims. There were so many people on Twitter saying, "Can y'all stop saying it's the Sims 5? Can y'all please stop spreading misinformation? This is not the next Sims game." And I'm like, did y'all just not watch the summit? Or are y'all just slow? It's one of the two. So I'm really happy that they have now created this platform where you can download mods that are safe for your game. I guess this is an unpopular opinion based off of what I've seen online, but I love the art style. But the other thing too is, of course, when they put this footage out, people started comparing it to Paralives and saying that they were trying to copy Paralives, even though they've already had the copyrights and they were already working on this prior to Paralives even being announced. Whenever The Sims 5 comes out and whenever Paralives comes out, I'm probably going to end up playing them both because I love life simulation games. I want as many games like this to play as possible. And so we don't have to pit one against the other. Like, just pick what you like. Because it's like, if The Sims 4 is so bad, why would you just want to stick with that? Like, why would you want to end the series on a game that is broken and doesn't work? Why wouldn't you want to at least try again and try to make a better game? I don't understand that either. And it's not like it's always been bad. It's just The Sims 4 that's gotten, a bad reputation. But they did great with Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3. I think they have another good Sims game in them. Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and we're gonna be reacting to Sims 5 announced, improved babies, and more. Sims Summit recap. Now, I was glued to my seat for the Sims Summit. It was very highly anticipated. They advertised it a lot. As you guys can see, like, they even had like celebrity hosts and people come in for this whole summit. And of course, because it was so overly hyped, we figured that it would be a really big announcement tied to it, right? And so, of course, everybody on Twitter is, trying to brainstorm and trying to figure out, what this summit was about. And a lot of people suspected that it was about Sims 5. And I'm not gonna lie, the Sims community, and I'm not talking about the page or the blog site. I'm just talking about the Sims community in general, like Simmers, people that play The Sims. The community has been very toxic in the past couple of years, and it's just become disheartening that, like, no matter what happens, people are always gonna find a reason to be in opposition. And honestly, that's just the internet in general. It literally doesn't matter what it is or what the situation is. You're always going to have people that want to disagree just to disagree. And with this summit, right, because I did watch it, they did announce that they're working on the next generation of Sims. And no, they didn't specifically say The Sims 5, but they literally said the next generation, the next installment of the Sims series. So even if you don't want to say that it's The Sims 5, it is going to be the 5th Sims game in the franchise. So however you want to look at it or name it, that's what it is. But for some reason, people had such a hard time accepting that, even though they blatantly said it. There were so many people on Twitter saying, "Can y'all stop saying it's the Sims 5? Can y'all please stop spreading misinformation? This is not the next Sims game." And I'm like, did y'all just not watch the summit? Or are y'all just slow? It's one of the two. Because I'm not understanding. And like, people were actually getting angry, and they were going in the comment sections of people's tweets saying, "Stop saying it's Sims 5." Why are you trying to, like, pretend as if it's not happening? I understand. Well, I actually don't understand, but I do see, people, they don't want the Sims 5 to come. They just want to stick with the Sims 4. I don't know why people thought that they were going to stop at the Sims 4. Like, obviously the Sims 5 is going to come at some point. I don't understand why people are getting all upset, especially the people that are like, "Oh, well, what I'm going to do with all the money that I spent on Sims 4? Was that not the same scenario when the Sims 4 came out? Like, I didn't see anyone, like, when we were all playing Sims 3 and the Sims 4 was being announced, I don't recall anybody saying, oh, I spent all this money on Sims 3. I don't want Sims 4 to come. I don't recall that being an issue. So I don't understand why people are like, oh, I spent so much money. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it works. So with Sims games, you spend money on all the packs and whatever the case may be until the next one comes out. It's the same thing. I don't understand why people are complaining about that, and I also don't understand why people are in denial that another Sims game is coming at some point. Like, get a freaking grip. But anyway, we're gonna watch this video and check out this recap by Iron Seagull.
Infant's still crying? Let me go check on that.
What? Wait. Oh! Yes!
Yeah, that was the biggest thing.
Is coming! There's a playpen! There's the freezer bunnies on it!
Oh, I didn't even peep that.
Basket. Oh my god!
We're building the next generation Sims game and creative platform.
Oh!
The Sims you know and love.
Oh, they're doing it! They said it! Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So I just finished my live stream reacting to the Sims Summit event. So if you want to see my full reaction and analysis, feel free to check out the VOD over on my Twitch page. But this is going to be a recap, just summarizing all the big stuff that was announced today. Overall, I would say, yeah, it was worth the hype, though I was pretty worried for the first half of it because there was a lot of fluff. So it did have...
Yeah, that's the thing. The summit did have a lot of fluff in it because they even have like this one part where they're doing like a dance number. And I'm like, can we move on? Can we move on to the actual meat and potatoes of the stream? But no, I actually do think it was a really good stream. However, I personally felt like it was slightly overhyped. Again, I do think that they announced some pretty cool stuff that was worth putting in a summit and was worth hyping up. But I think all of the advertisements and all of the buzz leading up to it, it was a bit much. Because that level of marketing I would expect for like a full length like teaser trailer of The Sims 5. Like that's what I would expect with the level of push that they had around the Sims Summit. But I do think that the summit was good and that they did announce a lot of things that I'm personally excited for.
I'd be worried that there wasn't going to be much that was all that interesting, but thankfully they really saved it at the end. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first big announcement that happened was not a roadmap, but actually concept art for future packs for The Sims 4. On the blog post recapping this, they actually say it's for...
So yeah, we're getting 2 brand new worlds added to the game. But I don't think that's via expansion pack. I think we're just getting those worlds in general from what I remember.
Expansion packs, so it's like, I guess it is supposed to be for actual expansion packs. Not
okay. See, I thought we were getting 2 new worlds just added to the game in general, which I was really excited about. But if it's just with the expansion packs, then, I mean, I guess that makes sense for, you know, how these packs go.
Packs in a very general DLC sense, even though I feel like some of that stuff would be for kits. So that is kind of confusing. But right after that, Phoebe Robinson, the host, actually confirmed that there are 2 expansion packs coming next year. So by the sounds of it, we're not getting a second expansion pack this year, but at least we know next year we're going to go back.
That's fine. Honestly, I don't think we need another expansion pack for this year. After what happened with high school years, I think we need to take a break, recoup, and take our time with these next packs. So I don't have any, because also 2022 is about over with. We got October, November, December, and then we're into next year. So I don't mind not getting an expansion pack for the next 3 months. I honestly don't mind. Take your time, make sure it's not buggy, make sure that it works, and yeah, I don't mind waiting at all.
To that 2 expansion pack per year routine. So we have 2 new worlds that are teased, and I can't really glean all that much from either one, though with the colorful buildings on the one on the left side, they do remind me a little bit of Mexico, so I think that would be pretty interesting if we got a Mexican-inspired world. And then on the right-hand side, is it like a San Francisco-inspired world? Because that clearly looks like the Bay Bridge to me in the background. But what's also interesting here is that there's a child riding a bicycle. They
Yep.
cannot do that in The Sims 4, so are we finally going to get that? There's also a sim carrying a baby on their back,
Yep.
which could very well tie into an aspect of a future update that was teased, which we'll talk about later. But don't take concept art as official confirmation that things will be in the game, because it has happened in the past where we've gotten concept art and it shows things that didn't make it into the final product. So, yeah, don't take this as it being confirmed, but it could be a hint.
We'll
A
see.
couple of build sets were also shown. I think they look pretty nice. The one
Yeah,
on the right
like the
actually
rustic
reminds me
vibe.
kind of the Frontier Find sets that we got in the Sims 3 store with that whole woodland theme, which I do like having in the Sims, so that's cool, I guess. Also teased is more ways to tell your Sims story.
Now, almost everything in this picture I like. I'm assuming this is swimwear. I like the swimwear, and I like the clutter with the like jewelry and like hair accessories. Now those dentures, it's giving elders. It's giving we might get some type of like elder type of a pack. Honestly, this whole Sim Summit was giving me Generations vibes, which I know a lot of people were skeptical about getting a Generations pack. I was as well, because honestly, like, I had kind of just came to the conclusion that Parenthood, unfortunately, was going to be our Generations pack. Like, I thought that's as far as they were going to go with the life stages. I didn't think we were going to, like, I thought that that's what that was. Like, they viewed Parenthood as, okay, this is your Generations pack. So when people kept asking, can we get a Generations pack? I'm like, I hate to break it to y'all, but I think Parenthood was the Generations pack. But it's looking like we might get a Generations pack, because we see the teaser for, or not even a teaser, they confirm like we're getting infants in the game. Again, you see the dentures, like there's a lot of stuff that's hinting towards improving on some of these life stages,
which features a new set of lingerie finally, and
it could be lingerie as
and,
well.
Dentures in a cup, and I guess some travel clutter and a chair. The next big announcement was in the form of collaboration with modders and custom content creators.
This was a big
and
one.
Overwolf to create a platform called CurseForge, where it's supposed to be the safe place to download mods and custom content.
I love this.
This isn't replacing Patreon or anything like that, so modders and custom content creators are not going to be forced to be exclusive to CurseForge if they choose to upload content there. It's just meant to be an extra option in addition to what they're already doing. It's supposed to launch on November 14th, but I have one question. Is this going to be available for console players?
Let me write this down.
Because sure, there are some PC players who are nervous about installing mods, and this would make things much easier for them. But I feel like there would be a much stronger point to this whole thing if console users could finally use mods. But still, wow, this is something that I never thought in a million years EA and Maxis would actually do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, this is really big because it's finally, it's them acknowledging how important mods and CC are to the game. Because it is. You literally can't ignore it at this point. There are many people that cannot play their game without mods and CC. Now, I'm someone that actually, because I've been playing The Sims 4 since it released. Like, I bought The Sims 4 on launch day when they had no pools, no toddlers, no nothing. And it literally wasn't until this year, I think, either this year or last year, that I started using mods. I just started using mods. Mostly because I was kind of nervous about using mods. I would always hear about people's mods breaking their game or them having to constantly update it, and it just didn't sound appealing to me. But then I did get curious, like, okay, like, what does this mod do? What does that mod do? And now I've heavily become involved in using mods in my game to actually enjoy the gameplay. Now, one thing I can't play Sims without is CC. I actually tried, especially back when I had a laptop that couldn't handle all my CC. I tried to play vanilla. I could not do it. I needed custom content in my game. It just didn't even feel right to use base game stuff. And so I'm really happy that they have now created this platform where you can download mods that are safe for your game. I think this is definitely a big step in the right direction. So I really appreciate them for doing that.
After that was just a whole bunch of filler, and then they announced stuff regarding the mobile titles.
Now, this as well. Now, I don't play the mobile games. I did. Back when the Sims Free Play came out, I played it for a little bit, and the Sims Mobile, I played it for a little bit. It just wasn't my thing because I believe those games work in real time. Like, you know, let's say you want to cook macaroni and cheese, and it says it takes 30 minutes. It takes actual 30 minutes in real life for the macaroni and cheese to cook in your game. And I wasn't about to actually wait. Like, no, I like my PC version where I can actually speed up time and it don't actually take that long. So it wasn't for me. But one thing that I noticed is that, yeah, the Sims looked rough. They looked really, really rough. And so I'm glad that they updated the character model. Because even looking at the before and afters, I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm glad that they updated that.
With the Sims Free Play, they're actually improving the graphics of the Sims faces. And with an effort to improve representation, hairstyles, glasses, and earrings are now shared across all genders. And there is going to be a Christmas in the Air seasonal quest in December 2022.
Great.
And next year, you're actually going to be able to live on a yacht. So that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then with the Sims Mobile, they're putting in a big updates where we're going to be able to build balconies.
Yeah, that's
While
cool.
I haven't played Free Play or Mobile in quite a while, I think these updates actually look pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But now here's the big one. They announced The Sims 5, though they didn't literally call it The Sims 5.
But it might as
now
well be.
It's being called Project Renee to go with...
And that's another thing, too. That's how you know people didn't watch it. Because everyone's like, oh, what's Renee? What's Project Renee? Go watch the Sim Summit. They literally told y'all word for word why it's called Project Renee. They literally explained it. I can't stand when people go on the internet and they complain about stuff and they act so confused when they literally could just take the time to look it up. Like, it's really not that difficult, but whatever. And we're gonna get into how this demo looks as well.
Words such as Renaissance and Rebirth to represent their renewed commitment for The Sims' bright future,
right,
as they say in their blog post. And they just showed build mode right now, but it already looks very promising.
I agree.
Style and the color wheel is back. You can even place individual cushions on the couches and rotate them around. You can grab and save groups of objects, which is something I've wanted in The Sims for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
You can also customize the bed so that you don't have a separate object for a single bed and then another for a double bed. You just expand it, and you can even customize the bed frames on both ends, so that is pretty nifty.
I love it.
It's also possible to stream the game to your phone, and they did confirm there's going to be some kind of multiplayer, because they said in the blog post that you have a choice to play solo or collaborate with others.
Yep.
So it all sounds like to me multiplayer is not going to be quite like what we thought it might be.
Which is fine. I know people were very apprehensive about multiplayer, and people started bringing up like some wild stuff. Honestly, I like the fact that they are pretty much saying that, like, there's gonna be both. Like, you have the option to do single player or multiplayer. I think you get the best of both worlds with that, because you can choose, okay, I just want to play my game by myself, or I can play with other people. I love that, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at the idea of being able to play Sims with my friends. I want there to be more multiplayer games that I can play with my friends, and sometimes I wish that there were more life simulation games that I could actually play with my friends, where I can actually go to their house and like, it's just, and like go out, to like a cafe. Like, I've always wanted that experience. I feel like I haven't had that experience since I was like a little kid, and we would play like all those different games. There weren't life simulation games, but there were like different games and stuff that we used to play as kids that allowed for us to interact with our friends online. And so, yeah, I'm really here for this. And even touching on the art style, I guess this is an unpopular opinion based off of what I've seen online, but I love the art style. I actually love this art style. It looks really good to me. I wouldn't mind at all if my game looked like this. Like, I know a lot of people were hating on it, but I actually like it. I actually really like it. It looks very realistic. And which is crazy because people were complaining about how The Sims 4 looks too cartoony. So now they're going for a more realistic vibe, and people are still complaining. Whatever. But the other thing too is, of course, when they put this footage out, people started comparing it to Paralives and saying that they were trying to copy Paralives, even though they've already had the copyrights and they were already working on this prior to Paralives even being announced and even showing any footage. And I don't know. Granted, business is business, and I wouldn't be surprised if EA or Maxi saw what Paralyzed was doing and wanted to take some of those ideas from them. I wouldn't put it past them, but also, again, you have two games that are in the same genre, have the same type of gameplay. You're bound to have some similarities, and I don't know. It's weird how people are trying so hard to create some type of beef between Paralyzed and The Sims. I'm gonna be honest with you, I would probably play both. I'm gonna give both a chance. Whatever they decide to name this, I'm sure it's gonna be The Sims 5 though. Whenever The Sims 5 comes out and whenever Paralyzed comes out, I'm probably gonna end up playing them both because I love life simulation games. I want as many games like this to play as possible. And so we don't have to pit one against the other. Like, just pick what you like.
It seems like it might instead be more of collaborating through build mode rather than live mode. But we'll just have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Senator Lindsay does state in the live stream that over the next couple of years, we are going to get more sneak peeks of what Project Renee is going to be all about, and that there's actually going to be early access rolling out to small groups of people. So that's really good. Like, that's pretty close to what I was hoping they would do. Because especially over these past couple of years where they have collaborated with creators more often, it's become quite clear that they do need help to just make The Sims as good as it deserves to be.
And I'm glad they're realizing that.
Show build mode, I'm still pretty excited to see what Project Renee will turn into. I know it does kind of look like Paralyzed, especially with the UI and stuff, but since both The Sims 5 and Paralyzed are very early in development, yeah, they are going to look pretty similar to each other with very simple looks that aren't finalized yet. But then, as the years go on and they get closer to the final products, I do expect them to look more different.
Yeah.
Even talking strictly about The Sims, each of the 4 main games so far have looked very different at announcement versus when they actually released. I totally thought Sims 5 was going to be the one more thing, but no, they actually had one last surprise up their sleeve. And the Improved Babies update. It's happening.
Yes.
Finally. So, yeah.
Now, I didn't notice this the first time I watched this, but yeah, there is like a baby playpen right there. There's actually a lot in this little screenshot, but I just was so focused on a little baby, like, and I wonder if he's gonna get into what the gurus confirmed on Twitter. So I'm gonna let him talk.
That is awesome. It looks like we are getting a playpen, like I pointed out in my reaction on the right-hand side. And it does say to expect this update in 2023.
Early
and
2023.
And Frost did say that they're coming in early 2023.
Yep.
My brain instantly thought of the Toddlers update and how that came out in January of 2017. So it is good to at least know that, yes, we won't have to wait until like the end of 2023 for these better babies.
Thank God.
And now that the base game is free to download, a lot more of you can enjoy that update when it comes out.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. So there is one thing he left out though. So the gurus also confirmed that there's gonna be a new life stage. And so they're not improving babies, they're creating a whole new life stage in general. And so it's gonna be a stage in between babies and toddlers where they're an infant. And that's where all of that gameplay is coming into play. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. Because again, babies are kind of useless in the game. I mean, let's keep it real. They're kind of useless. They're literally objects. And you can't do much with them. And so I was really looking forward to finally being able to want my sim to have a baby and actually play with the baby a little bit before I age them up. And so, but if it's just going to be baby to infant, it's still going to be that same thing where they're a baby and I immediately, age them up to an infant. But All in all, though, I'm still looking forward to the gameplay of that. And yeah, again, a lot of things were announced in the Sims Summit, and all of them I'm excited for. Even the Sims free play and mobile. Like, I don't play those games, but I'm happy to see how they're refreshing those. And they did confirm that we're getting 2 expansion packs next year, which is really exciting. And yeah, like I said, I think Project Renee looks great. And again, I don't know why people are so in denial that another Sims game is coming. I kid you not. I literally saw someone say, can one of the gurus confirm that this is not a new Sims game and that this is just y'all refreshing the Sims 4? Are you delusional? Are you actually that delusional? Like, no, this is going to be the next Sims game. God, and you know what? I can't wait. Because again, this is Project Renee. This is this is a working title. This is a working title. This is not going to be the final name of the game. And so I cannot wait for the day that they call it The Sims 5. And then we could pull up all these tweets of people being all upset and all in denial and getting all like just accept reality for what it is, okay? The Sims 5 is coming, whether you want it or not. And to be honest, you don't have to want it. If you want to continue to play The Sims 4 when The Sims 5 comes out, you can do that. Like, no one is forcing you to do anything. Like, if you want to still play The Sims 4, you can do that. Now, I understand that people feel like The Sims 4 still has a long ways to go. And, people have different opinions on that as well. Some people feel like they need to fix The Sims 4 and make it perfect before they move on to Sims 5. There's other people that feel like The Sims 4 isn't able to be fixed at all. Like, there's no fixing The Sims 4 whatsoever. It's completely broken. There's no going back. And, you just... like, we have to move on. Like, we might as well move on to the next game. And I know there's some people that are also saying, like, if they did so poorly with The Sims 4, what makes you think Sims 5 is going to be any better? But I don't understand that either, because it's like, if The Sims 4 is so bad, why would you just want to, like, stick with that? Like, why would you want to end the series on a game that is broken and doesn't work? Why wouldn't you want to at least try again and try to make a better game? I don't understand that either. And it's not like it's always been bad. It's just The Sims 4 that's gotten, a bad reputation. But they did great with Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3. I think they have another good Sims game in them, And trust me, I'm not the most optimistic person. But I don't want to sit here and say that because they didn't do well with The Sims 4, that they didn't at least learn from that and they could do better with Sims 5. So, I don't know. I'm excited about Sims 5. I'm looking forward to it. And when it gets here, I'll be ready. I'll be ready with my money to play The Sims 5. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, this was a great Sims Summit. A little overhyped, but overall they had great announcements. But yeah, let me know what you guys thoughts are in the comments down below. Are you excited about this new installment of The Sims? What do you think about the early development footage and all the announcements that they made? Are you excited? Are you not? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I drop new content. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.